Welcome back to Historical Figurespedia. Today we're diving into the world of philosophy, a playground for the mind. We're about to explore 10 of the greatest historical philosophers, thinkers who've shaped our understanding of the universe, ourselves, and everything in between. These minds, separated by time and geography, have all pondered similar profound questions. Get ready for a cosmic journey through the history of thought. From Aristotle's foundational work in logic and metaphysics to Confucius's teachings on ethics and governance, from Descartes' famous declaration, "I think, therefore I am," to Kant's revolutionary ideas on human perception and morality. Let's get started. Our first stop takes us to ancient Athens, where we meet Socrates. Now, Socrates didn't write anything down, which is a real shame. But what we know through his student Plato tells us he was a master of questioning. Socrates was born in 469 BC and served as a soldier in the Peloponnesian War. Imagine engaging in a lively debate with Socrates, his relentless questions forcing you to confront your deepest beliefs. That's the Socratic method. It's a cornerstone of Western thought, and it's still as relevant today as it was centuries ago. Socrates was sentenced to death by hemlock poisoning in 399 BC for allegedly corrupting the youth and impiety, but his legacy endures. Speaking of Plato, he was deeply influenced by Socrates. Plato gave us the Republic, where he envisioned an ideal society ruled by philosopher kings. Can you imagine? A society led by thinkers? Plato believed in a world of perfect forms, of which our reality is just a shadow. It's a heady concept, but one that has captivated philosophers for centuries. Plato also founded the Academy in Athens, one of the earliest institutions of higher learning in the Western world. His works, primarily in the form of dialogues, cover a wide range of topics including ethics, politics, and metaphysics. Plato also wrote about the legendary lost city of Atlantis, sparking imaginations for millennia. Next up is Aristotle, Plato's student and a giant of intellectual history. This guy was a polymath, making groundbreaking contributions to logic, metaphysics, ethics, politics, and biology. Aristotle believed in observation, in studying the world around us to understand its principles. He laid the groundwork for the scientific method centuries before the Renaissance. Aristotle founded the Lyceum, where he taught and conducted research. His works cover a vast range of topics, influencing countless fields of study. Our journey takes us now to ancient China, where we meet Confucius. Imagine a society built on respect, filial piety, and social harmony. That's the world Confucius envisioned. His teachings, collected in the Analects, have influenced Chinese culture and beyond for over 2 millennia. Confucius, born in 551 BCE in Khufu, was a philosopher, teacher, and political figure. He emphasized personal and governmental morality, correctness of social relationships, and justice. His thoughts have shaped East Asian life and thought for centuries. Fast forward to 18th century Prussia, where we meet Immanuel Kant, a pivotal figure in modern philosophy. Kant grappled with fundamental questions about knowledge and morality. He gave us the categorical imperative, a moral compass that transcends individual cultures and beliefs. Act only according to that maxim, whereby you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. Kant spent his entire career in Königsberg, where he was a professor at the University of Königsberg. His work laid the groundwork for many modern philosophical discussions. Kant's influence extends beyond philosophy, impacting fields like ethics, metaphysics, and epistemology. Hold on to your hats, because Friedrich Nietzsche is going to shake things up. This 19th century German philosopher challenged conventional morality and religion. Nietzsche famously declared, "God is dead," arguing that we must create our own values in a world without absolute truths. He introduced us to the Übermensch, a being who transcends the limitations of ordinary morality. Despite his profound impact, Nietzsche's later years were marked by mental illness, but his legacy continues to influence modern thought. Our journey takes us to 17th century England, where we encounter John Locke, a pivotal figure in the Enlightenment. Imagine a society where government derives its power from the consent of the governed, where individuals have inherent rights to life, liberty, and property. Locke's seminal works such as Two Treatises of Government laid the foundation for modern political philosophy. His ideas profoundly influenced the American Revolution and the shaping of modern democracies, advocating for the separation of powers and the protection of individual rights. Next up is René Descartes, a 17th-century French philosopher and mathematician. He famously declared, "Cogito ergo sum," I think therefore I am. Descartes believed in the power of reason to understand the world and our place in it. His work laid the foundation for modern philosophy and science. Descartes' ideas also influenced the Enlightenment and shaped the course of European intellectual history. In the 13th century, Thomas Aquinas, an Italian Dominican friar, took on a monumental task reconciling Christian theology with Aristotelian philosophy. His Summa Theologica is a masterpiece of theological thought, exploring questions of God, humanity, and the nature of existence. Aquinas was also a prolific writer, producing over 60 works. He was instrumental in the development of scholasticism, a method of critical thought which dominated teaching in medieval universities. His influence extends beyond theology into philosophy, ethics, and law, making him one of the most significant figures in Western thought. Our final stop takes us to 18th century France, where we meet Jean-Jacques Rousseau, a philosopher, writer, and composer. Rousseau believed that humans are inherently good but corrupted by society. He spent much of his life exploring the relationship between individuals and the state. In his seminal work, The Social Contract, he argued for a social contract where individuals surrender some freedoms in exchange for the common good. His ideas had a profound impact on the French Revolution, inspiring leaders to challenge the existing order. Rousseau's thoughts on democracy, education, and individual freedom continue to shape political thought today. Thank you for watching. We've journeyed through centuries and across continents to explore the minds of 10 extraordinary thinkers, from Socrates, who laid the groundwork for Western philosophy, to Immanuel Kant, whose ideas on ethics and metaphysics continue to influence us today. Their ideas have shaped civilizations, sparked revolutions, and continue to challenge us to think critically about the world around us. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more content. Until next time, keep those brain cells buzzing.